In this short video, I'm going to show you how to use Bug Club and get the best out of this program for your children. So when you get into the activelearnprimary.co.uk website, and make sure it is .co.uk and not .com, the first thing you should do is click on Will it work on my computer. So when it goes in here, it'll maybe say attempt to allow a pop-up window, which you should always allow for this program, and it'll give you a list of if everything's okay with your browser. The most important thing is make sure the pop-ups are allowed. So when you go back in, when you go into login, it will ask you for your username, password, and school code. So the school code is always going to be CREG, and that's unique for unique code for every school. So every child will get their username and password provided by the class teacher. And if you do lose it at any time, just get in contact with us and we can help you get that sorted for you, no problem. Okay, so once you put your username and password in, just sign in as normal. And that'll take you to your home page. These home pages can be changed. Just click on My Home and you can change to Bug World or Skate World, whatever you want with the options here. It'll welcome you with your name as well, just up at the top left here. You go into My Stuff, and that will be probably the one you use the most. That will be all the newly allocated books. So if you look along the top here, it's got 2 Bug Club books and 2 phonics books as well. And they will stay there until the child opens it, finishes, reads a book, and answers all the questions within the book. So if I go into the phonics here, and if I open up Dig here, you see the 3 at the bottom. This shows you how many coins or virtual coins are allocated towards this book, and if the child answers each of the questions, they will get these 3 coins. So I go into this book, open it up. This takes a few seconds to load up. And in this book here at the start, the phonics books, it gives you a guidance of what to do here. So it says the sounds, and it gives you the different letters. And if you're not sure how the sounds or what they sound like, if we just click on the little bug face or the hotspot beside the letters, what they will do is it will say the sounds for you, and you can go to these as many times as you need to. So if I just come back out of that, once I've just gone through these little sounds here, they will get their coins, their reward. Through the books for the younger children, it gives the read to me option at the bottom, and if you click on that, the book will read to you.
Nan digs and digs.
So I just come back out of that. So that is a really useful tool to help if your child is struggling initially with the reading, and then of course they can go back over the book, and once they've heard it read to them, they can read it themselves. So as you can see, there's another hotspot here, and at the end there's also further questions as well if you want to test your child a bit further. Once I close the book, I can see I haven't answered the question, so I'm not going to get any coins for this. So because the little hotspots, the little bug faces, their eyes are opened. When their eyes close, that means you've answered the questions, and then you complete the book. So we're going to close this book. And we'll look at the other books that as your child progresses up to school, they will get further books, and it could be through Bug Club. So we'll look at the Animal Talent Show here. These are a series of plays. There's a series of plays throughout Bug Club for all different year groups, and again it gives you some information at the start, maybe some words that the child may get stuck on. So it is useful, this tool here. Again, read to me is an option here, and it asks you, do you want to be a character? So if your child wants to be a character, you could click on one of the characters, and that's their character allocated to the child, and the rest of the characters will be actors who have been paid to read out this book. So we'll go through part of it here, and that's the part for the child to read. It's highlighted here. And once the child has read, just click done, and then it'll go on to the next.
He's the best judge ever.
and this continues with really good good reading from the actors who do each of the books. So again, it will have little bug faces. I see little hot spots. These are questions for the child to click on and to answer. So as the books go further up the school, they do get harder, and you do get more questions, and of course and then you get more virtual coins as well. And then there's more information at the back. So I'm going to close out this book. You can see I haven't answered any of these hot spots. So all the bug faces are opened. The eyes are open there. So we'll go to a book that's for slightly older children. How do lobsters stay young? It tells you a little bit about the book. When we go into the book, as I said, it's for older children. It doesn't give you as much information or help, shall I say, help in how to read the words, because at this stage the child's reading mostly independently. They might need help with a few words. You can click on contents here, and you can skip to different parts of the book if you need to, because you see the book is a lot longer too, 32 pages here. There is no read to me option with this one, because there's just a lot more text. Another useful tool here is a little zoom tool. You can zoom in if a child's finding it hard to read, and you can navigate around this way. And these books will have sound effects instead of reading to you. So they make it more interactive for the children. So we'll come out of that. And that's the My Stuff page. Once a book is read, it will go into my library. So if a child has a particular favourite book, it'll always be stored here. So they won't disappear. So you just go into my library. And because I haven't completed any of the books, there's none stored here. But once your child has read them, they will be stored here. And as I said, you can revisit them anytime. So a lot of the incentive for the children is virtual coins for each book that is read and each question is answered. And these coins are accumulated and they are stored for my rewards. So there's different parts here. There's pit stop, sticker books, and there's different things they can go on to. And as a child gets older, more game zones and all open up for them. And they can buy things on these parts of the program and add to the treehouse. I know it's another popular one for younger kids. So I just asked and said acts as an incentive for them to read more. The only thing is, you don't get, if you read the same book again and again, once you've got the coins initially, they don't keep giving you more coins. So just to encourage you to read different books. Teachers will be allocating 2 books a week. Maybe as they go further up the school, the books do get quite long, so it won't always be 2 books a week. And each child can access these books at any time. Another useful part for parents is the growing up section up here. If you click here, of course allow it to go into it, and it gives you just further details about getting the most out of Bug Club, how children learn to read, reading at home. So it is useful for parents to revisit that. And that is it. So once we go home here, just need to sign out again, and we can come back to it at any time. Thank you.